Hi and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from SwimCycleRunning.com. This week I want to go over the topic of drills and what coaches should look out for and individuals should look out for when they're doing them. Because with everything good that a drill can bring, it can also bring bad things, and those are the things I want to go through today. This was brought home to me this week when the club, Harrow Swimming Club, went back to training again, and my squad, the intermediate squad, has been changed dramatically since last year. And the new swimmers in the squad, a lot of them have been using a snorkel for swimming. Now a snorkel is really nice in that it keeps your head still. You can see what's happening to your hands as you do the stroke and go into the catch position, and it can be really good for developing a nice catch and a good rhythm to the stroke, so you can see what you're doing. But with the good things has come one particularly bad thing, in that a lot of the people, instead of just looking forward and down with a snorkel, are actually tilting their head to look really well forward with the snorkel. And that has brought about it a bad change in their alignment, or their body alignment, in the water. To illustrate this really well, we'll go to the computer and just have a look. So my initial concerns were raised when looking at this particular swimmer swimming normal freestyle stroke, and this very arched lower back that we see here, which also meant that his legs, because you're arching your lower back, the thigh was pointing downwards. You can see both of these thighs are pointing downwards, which meant his legs were lower in the water than they should be, and all of this created a slightly less streamlined position than we actually wanted. If you watch him swimming forward, you can see that arch in that back, the legs pointing downwards, and effectively he's looking absolutely forward as that goes. Now in a triathlete, you'll look forward only when you're sighting, but you should be looking just either straight down or forward and down slightly to there. So that initially set me thinking this was not necessarily a great thing to do. I wondered why he had this problem, but if it was only him, that wouldn't really have been a problem. You can see him doing it here. When we come to the next set of swimmers, I've said you can use your snorkels if you wish, if you have them. And if we look, these two swimmers have snorkels in, but we're seeing precisely the same arch in the back in both of these swimmers as we saw in that swimmer. Now yes, these swimmers are doing drills and they are using their snorkels, but you can see the position their heads have taken when they're using a snorkel, and that's looking directly forward. If you look at this swimmer here who's not got a snorkel, he's looking forward and down, which is a far better position to be in. So if we run this forward, you can see again we've got the legs pointing down, the arch in the back, exactly the same as we were having with the swimmer before. And as the swimmers come next to us, you'll get even a better impression of that arch in the back and how it affects the position rather poorly. And so if we look at the last swimmer again, or the first swimmer again, again he's doing this drill and he's got his snorkel on, and this is where I'm seeing exactly the same position because of this snorkel. And I'm sure it's because of the snorkel that we're getting this arched position and the legs going down. And if you look at this swimmer just beyond, snorkel again, looking forward, arched back, legs pointing down. Now if it wasn't for the fact that we now have 4 swimmers doing exactly the same thing, I wouldn't draw a conclusion from it that snorkels can potentially cause this problem. But this is an instant reaction to wearing snorkels, and I think this becomes ingrained in your memory over time, and you then nearly always swim with this arched back, which is something we don't want. We want a straight back so that legs are straight behind you on the surface. Okay, so what I want you to be really aware of is that with everything good that comes from a drill, bad can also happen. And if you're not aware of that bad, and if your body's not prepared to feel what's happening that might be good or bad, you may develop bad practices like these little swimmers have. You can bet your bottom dollar those swimmers that we've just seen will not be using a snorkel until we correct the misalignment of the lower back that we've seen in the video. It's exactly the same with running drills and cycle drills. If you're isolating anything, if you're doing something that isolates a part of the overall pedal stroke or running stride, you will be potentially bringing in negative factors as well as positive factors. The coach and the individual has to be aware of that, but particularly the coach, because a coach should be able to say, we've done some bad here as well as some good. Okay, next week we'll be previewing the World Championship final in London, which I actually have tickets for the grandstand on the Sunday. So, see you next week. Have a lovely week. We're coming close to the end of the season. Enjoy your racing if you're racing. Otherwise, enjoy your training. Keep up.